Hey, it's Zapanta here, and I'm coming to you from Costa Rica, and I actually want to share, you may have noticed that I wear funny shoes, and they're called Vibram Five Fingers, or Vibram Five Fingers, and I've been wearing them...
They're called Vibrams.
Vibrams?
Yeah.
I've been wearing them for over 3 years now, actually. You know, if you know me, you know I wear them everywhere, and I have a lot of different kinds. Like these ones are pretty beat up now. I've had them for, I think, over 2 years. They're the Jaya. They're like, they kind of freak people out because they're kind of skin color. So people always do double takes on me. But you know, the reason that I started wearing Vibrams is because I have a background in personal training, and I was a runner. I worked in a running store, and I used to actually analyze people's gait and feet to see what kind of support they need. And I came, you know, after working there for like 2.5 years, reading Born to Run, which I highly recommend. I'll leave a link for it below. It kind of changed my whole view, and a lot of things put together. I saw people getting injured, things like that, and I actually had personal injuries that I struggled with for years. I had a lot of back issues, and I couldn't figure it out. I kept trying different shoes, different kind of training styles, you know, and I actually had, you know, my hips shift. I had to go to my physiotherapist, and she would literally push my hips back into place. Very painful, you know, she had to pull my leg out and all this stuff. It just wasn't right. I was in a lot of pain a lot of the time.
Are you talking about me?
No. Well, Romeo did it too.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of like rehab that I had to do. And when I read Born to Run, you know, I had seen people wear it. It still wasn't really very big. You know, that was when, because these are actually originally water shoes. So people started wearing them for running, and then it kind of became like this fad, right? So they started coming out with more daily wear stuff. You know, they have ones with laces, a lot more support underneath. But personally, I like the really flat ones that originally were just water shoes. It really feels like you're barefoot. But what I do want to say is, you know, people are wondering about them, and definitely I wouldn't recommend to just slap them on and just start running or working out or, you know, walking around for hours and hours on end, because it depends on where you are now. You know, if you've been wearing shoes for a really long time, your feet aren't going to be that strong. And it's just, you know, people are surprised. They're like, well, don't I need support? No, you don't, because what happens is, you know, if you have always had support, then yeah, it's going to take stages to strengthen your feet. But if you think about it, your feet are just... they have muscles just like the rest of your body, and they have the ability to get strong. And, you know, the one thing is you have a natural arch in your foot, right? So even, you know, Romeo is actually very flat-footed. He doesn't wear support at all, and it's because he's strengthened his feet. And there's different things you can do for that. But if you think of the arch structure, right? An arch is very strong when there's pressure on top, right? If you think like as an engineer structure. And that's why our little feet with the arch can support our whole body. But if you put something under it, it weakens it. And that's where the support comes in, right? So what's happened is that since I've started wearing these, my feet have become stronger and stronger and stronger. And really initially you can put them on for, you know, even half an hour, just walk around a little bit. But there's a few foot exercises that you can do to begin to strengthen. So, you know, of course, it depends on where you are, how strong your feet are, even how your back is. You know, I had issues all the way up, and wearing these has fixed everything all the way up. Because if you think there's something wrong with your feet, everything else is going to feel it, you know, and injuries can start to develop. So, of course, consult your physician. But, you know, these are just basic things that I started doing to strengthen my feet. So what you can do is inside, you know, in your house, if you have like a soft, you know, even carpet or something, you can, I mean, if you walk around barefoot around the house, your feet are already going to be stronger. But some ways that you can strengthen your feet is, if you're barefoot, just do calf raises, right? That's going to start to strengthen your feet, increase mobility. You know, your toes are going to start to increase. Some people have very limited mobility in their toes. You know, I've really seen that a lot, especially with runners that have worn very supportive shoes. So it's going to take some time, right? I mean, don't just slap them on and go running in them. I did that and I got a stress fracture because I was crazy. And, you know, the other things you can do is, so you walk on your heels, right? You can walk around on your heels, on the side of your foot, and then on the inside of your foot. And not a lot, you know, it's just, but it's going to start to strengthen. Another thing you can do as well is, if you're sitting down, let's say you're sitting on the couch watching TV. What you can do is take a towel, roll it up, and lie your feet flat, put your toes over the towel, and you literally are going to sit there and you're just going to grip. You're going to grip. Your feet might even cramp a little bit, so I mean just do them in, you know, sets of 10 for example for a few minutes. But the more you do that daily, so you're going to grip the towel under your toes, the more you do that, the more strength you're going to build in your toes, right, and in your feet. And the mobility will increase, the strength, the flexibility, and that's what you want. So since I've been wearing these, I have had no issues. You know, my back is really good. It's stronger than it's ever been. I wear them to the gym. I wear them for running. That's a whole other topic that I could talk about, because running form is really crucial. You know, that's all talked about in Born to Run, and I think I'll probably make some videos about that as well, about proper natural running gait. So I wanted to share that. You know, if you've seen me walk around with them everywhere. Romeo wears them too. So that's a little bit of background of why I wear them and what they've actually done for me. So I know they look strange, but my feet feel amazing. And especially here in Costa Rica, you know, there's a lot of rocks and stuff like that. And, you know, I like to wear flip-flops once in a while, but especially if we go hiking or trekking, it's just really easy to put these on and, you know, not injure my toes or anything. You know, I mean, of course I had to strengthen them, but if I, like, hit my foot on something, you know, it's not as bad because my feet aren't totally exposed. And of course it helps to build even more strength. So that's just a little bit on the Vibram Five Fingers. You can check them out anywhere. You can just Google them and you can probably order a pair. There's a lot of places that sell them now, so you could pick up a pair. And if you already love being barefoot, it's amazing, especially if you love like going hiking and things like that. So strengthen your feet. They're very important. These little guys, you know, they really do a lot for you. They keep your body upright and hold a lot of weight every day. So take care of them, and you're gonna find that your whole body becomes stronger as well. You know, you get more energy flowing through your body. I do a lot of qigong as well, and it helps with everything. So think of your body as a whole. You want to strengthen it as a whole, and a lot of people forget about their feet. So don't forget about them. So again, Kat Zapanta coming to you from Costa Rica and Playa Flamingo. Hope you have an awesome day.
How many pairs of vibrams do you have?
10?
You have more than 10.
No, I have about 10.
No, you have 12.
And they've lasted. You know, my original pair of vibrams that I bought over 3 years ago, the KSOs, they're still fine. I had to stitch them up a little bit, but they're fine. So, you know, people ask, well, aren't they expensive? Not if you compare how often you have to replace your running shoes, right? So they last.
And soak up the scenery with exotic animals to see, and coconuts to hold your drink. Costa Rica.